Hey everybody, the Retwirl here, and welcome back to more of Apollo Justice 8 Attorney. Okay, did I turn this down? No, I didn't. Whoops. Alright, let's go. Boop. It's to start the trial. Hey, I forgot about this music. Ba ba boom boom. So, Mr. Wright's not here today? He said his old foot injury was acting up. Old injury? He was all smiles yesterday. Yes, he smiled when he said we'd be fine, as long as you're there, Trucy. Yes, fine. We'll be fine. Here comes justice. I started my voice training at 5 this morning. Ooh, do some now. I want to see, here. Huh? Oh, okay. Oh, of course. I forgot his, not catchphrase, but something he always says is that he's fine. My name is Apollo Justice, and I'm fine. That sounds more like a self-mantra than voice training. I'm fine, you know what I'm saying? Oh. Ah. Good morning. Yo, sup? Oh my Christ. The way this guy talks. Hit me with a guilty verdict, G, see if I care. You just hang loose and let things go with the flow. You know what I'm saying? Not really. Wonky, don't be running your mouth like that in here. See, that's the difference between me and you, old man. I ain't afraid of no cops. Real G's can't keep it real till they spend some hard time in the pen. You have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Sounds like they've both been voice training too, Apollo. My worst fears realised. The trial's starting and I still haven't had a real talk with my client. Oh, right. Isn't that lovely? June 16th. Holy crap, that's slow scrolling. Sheesh. Is that who I think it is? Clavier? I can't remember how you say his name. Clavier? Clavier? Yeah, Clavier. Court is now in session for the trial of Waki Kitaki. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Ready to rock and roll, Herr Judge. Oh, it's him! The guy from yesterday. He's a prosecutor? It's Mr. Gavin's brother. I mean, yeah, I would say kind of obvious, given the fact he looks just like him, and he was wearing a red, jacket, which is usually a telltale sign of a prosecutor. Long time no see, Prosecutor Gavin. Were you taking a leave of absence? You know that little band I started in my free time? Thing is, we got real popular. Hard to say 9 to your fans when 3 of your singles go platinum, yeah? Alright. I see. To be honest, I was a little concerned. I feared that you might still be distraught over that one trial. Not to worry here, Judge. I wouldn't miss this day in court for the world. It's worth even more than VIP passes of one of my concerts, yeah? How could I pass up a chance to see the true strength of the little boy who bested my brother? Okay. Little boy? I'm pretty sure Apollo's 25, or 24. It was worth cancelling a show or two. Wow. Understood. You may give your opening statements to the court. Before that, I was thinking. Is the air in this courtroom not a bit serious? It is a court of law. That's no way to get the crowd jumping, Herr Judge. They're not supposed to jump. This is a courtroom. Oh dear. Achtung, baby! Today we play it my way. What's that noise? Sometimes you have to get on up in order to get down, to prosecuting. This is crazy. The victim, Paul Maractis, director of the Maractis Clinic. The scene, People Park, he was found pulling a noodle stand. What in the world was the doctor doing pulling a noodle stand? Yes, I believe you will only find that out by asking the defendant right here, right now. Because it's an undeniable truth that he shot the victim. What do you mean, undeniable? If you are to glare at anyone, Herr Justice, glare at the punk in the defendant's chair. His crime was witnessed. Quite clearly, you see. Very well. Please admit this witness to the court. Nine. Not yet. First, there is a little matter to be cleaned up. Could you talk without the accompaniment? I swear I could see the guitar for a second. What is it, Prosecutor Gavin? The motive, Herr Judge. Why did the little punk do it? Why did he kill the director of the Maractus Clinic? Oh yeah. Not so fast. What was he called? Agent Lang. Yeah, we're channeling Agent Lang. The defendant doesn't have to explain that. Oh, but what if the defendant specifically requested to do so? And he did this morning, as he did this morning. I want to give a shout out to all my homies, I believe he said. What? Oh god, we have probably the worst defendant ever. Or the worst client. What is right? They always say that. On stage, you should hit the crowd with speed and ferocity. Sounds like he got you good, huh, Polly? I guess so. Well, this is highly unusual, but the court will now hear from the defendant concerning his motive in the crime. Oh, God. So, you, son, are the defendant? Wacky, are you? Ain't your son, old man. You step to a Kitaki, you best be prepared to step strong. You step to a public official, you'd best be prepared to step into jail. You got to hand it to him, Wacky sure has guts. It's not his guts I'm worried about, it's his mouth. Well then, the court will now hear testimony on the defendant's motive. From the defendant himself. God, he's such a weird looking fellow. Wacky Kitaki's truth. I'll tell you one thing, that doctor was a quacker. So he was a duck. Someone had to show him what's what. I was in his clinic about half a year ago. He messed up my op something bad. And then he just let me go without a word. See you later, bye. So I gotta go in. Get another doc to patch me up again. That was the day I done figured it out. No OG's gonna let that pass. That's why I went to his pad that night. Know what I'm saying? No I don't. At all. You're saying you were one of the victim's patients. A lot of stuff goes down when you're keeping it real on the street. True that. I'll tell you one thing. That doc was whack. Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination. I can't believe this is the first time I'm hearing about all of this. Yep. What a fun first trial. Well, second. First real trial. Alright, Wacky. That doc was... that doc was whack. He was a whacker. Hold it! First of all, the word you're looking for is quack. Oh! Not quacker. That was close. And isn't that a little harsh? He's your family doctor. Who asked you, pointy locks? Just who do you think you are? Your lawyer? Look, I ain't trying to hear that. He was a quacker, plain and simple. What the fuck? This kid's strange. Someone had to show him what's what. What exactly is what? By someone, you mean... Was there anyone with a score to settle with this doctor? Besides you, I mean. You better ask somebody else. Holmes. What do I care? I made up my own mind and did what had to be done, straight gangster style. But why were you so mad at this doctor? Yo, sit back and listen while I drop it, J-Man. Okay, I absolutely hate how this guy talks, but I love it at the same time. Just reading his shit just gives me a massive smile. Yes, in his clinic about half a year ago, messed up his op some in bed. So, you're a patient at the Maractus Clinic half a year ago. For what reason? I had what you might call a mark of honour. Can you explain precisely what was wrong? We had a little run-in with the Rivalis family. That's when I pulled a jank move. Ooh! And ran into an ambush. So G busted a cap right in me. According to my sources, you couldn't stand the stress of waiting, and ran in 15 minutes before the appointed time, by yourself. Hey, I was more than a match for those guys. So you were carried to the Maractus clinic from there? Apparently, he was shot in the heart. Whoa. Shot in the heart and he's still alive. I can catch bullets between my teeth, but I never learned how to catch them with my heart. The bullet stopped just short of my thumper. You know what I'm saying? I would have been golden if it weren't for that whack dog. Couldn't even take out a stupid bullet. So, as you say, the surgery was a failure. That ain't all of it, Holmes. Right. And then he just lets me go without a word. See you later, bye! Okay. This is strange. What do you mean, he just let you go without a word? What do you think it means? It's whack, that's what. I'm not sure what that means, but it sounds bad. It sounds as though, Herr Doctor wished to hide his mistake. This is why he lets the defendant go. He's a liar, straight up. He's a badder G than me. So you gotta go in, get another doc to patch me up again. Okay. So, this bullet is still... You know it, I can still feel it. Right there in my chest, pressing up against my heart. Your words are like a bullet shot straight into my heart. Oh, something to that effect. Incidentally, that's from one of our hit singles. Well, that sounds like a straightforward case of malpractice. Word, J-Man. Weren't no accident, that's for shizzle. Oh my god. It seems that there were issues with this doctor. Man, putting him down was like doing the world a favour. Wacky, please consult your lawyer before saying things like that. Chin up, Apollo. Back straight. But why did this mistake only come to light that day? It was found during the family health checkup. The family health checkup? Or the family checkup? That was the wackest thing of all. All us G's lining up, taking eye exams and all that. Better to die young than fade away. Bizoy! A relief to hear. Well, what's a relief? Oh, did your father not tell you? That bullet you carry so close to your heart, if not attended to immediately, it could kill you. What? Yes, Herr Dr. Maractus had knowledge concerning this ticking time bomb in you. Knowledge that could have saved your life. No way, that's whacked. There is proof. Your checkup report. Okay. How ironic that you would kill the one man capable of helping you. I want to see what that says. Woo! So, results from a checkup performed in June. Metallic object found near heart. Wakikitaki. Metallic object found... Oh, near heart. Urgent exam needed. Alright. You're almost as careless as he was. Well, now that the place is hopping, let's get this gig started. Started? We've had enough of a warm-up act, yeah? Time to hear from the witness. Wacky sure is quiet all of a sudden. I'm a little uneasy myself. Is this Gavin's strategy? I guess so. Who the hell's that? Whoa, whoa. You're a creepy-looking fellow. Person, thing. So, you will tell us your name and occupation. Yeah. My name is Wesley Stickler. Oh! By occupation, I take it you refer to some labour that profits society at large and supports a livelihood, under which definition I must confess to being unemployed. However, we must acknowledge the meaning of identity, which is commonly attached to this notion of occupation, and once we have accepted this reality, we see that our confusion is not gestalt, per se, but derives instead from the vagueness inherent from all representations of thought. By which he means to say that he is a student. Whoo, boy, that's like fucking old bag. Not as quick, but it's like old bag. A junior at Ivy University, if I'm not mistaken. God, that place again! Yes, in the Department of Science and Engineering. Filled with curiosity for all things, I spend my days in pursuit of truth, honing my... Herr Stickler, please direct said curiosity to the case at hand today. Very well, Mr. Stickler. Please testify to the court about what you saw on the night of the crime. You asked quite simplistically what I saw. However, we must understand that Homo sapiens possess two eyes, each of these designed to receive and interpret data, sending images in the form of signals to the brain. I guess. Fuck me. Great. I don't really want to press everything with this guy, because, Jesus, it looks like he can talk forever. A night in the park. He has a really weird design. I just don't like his face. That night I passed through the park on my way home from shopping, when I saw them. One man pulling a stand, another man facing him. I saw them quite clearly. The man facing the victim was the defendant. In his hand, yes, a pistol. It was pointed at the man pulling the stand. A shot. The bullet hit the man pulling the stand from the front, square in the forehead. Was there anyone else at the park, or in the park at that time? I can say with 100% accuracy that there was not. The pistol our witness refers to is this. Ooh. The court accepts this into evidence. Nice. Very well, Mr. Justice. You may cross-examine the witness. Yes, Your Honor. Trucy? Why are you staring like that at the witness? That man. I can't help but feel I've seen him somewhere before. Okay. I guess. You saw who? On your way home from shopping, you say? Why go through the park? A fascinating inquiry. Revealing me culpable of being insufficiently verbose. Let's consider the time saved by passing through the park on the way home from the store. In that time I am capable of solving 2 GMAT problem sets. On average it requires me 3 minutes 24 seconds to complete 1 set, ergo the time to complete 2 is on average 6 minutes 48 seconds. However, in the case that the questions are in the verbal category, admittedly not my... That's enough, I get the idea. Mr. Justice, the court hopes to finish cross-examination sometime this month. Please, I have a recording booked after this trial. And I've got a show to perform. Gee, sorry you're all so busy. One man pulling a stand, another man facing him. I want to press everything, but my god, if he talks like that with every one of them. Were these men talking by any chance? Ah, now that you mention it. They were, though I cannot claim I heard them clearly. Only fragments, such as, you lied to me, oh, and I'm gonna give you a taste of your own medicine, pal. It's just as our defendant claims. I believe he wished to teach the victim what it felt like to take a bullet in the heart. If that's true, then this is a vital piece of testimony. Also, the defendant is terrible at aiming, because he hit him in the head, not the heart. Okay, Wedley looked like he had grey hair then. That was weird. Sounds like he had them clearly enough to me. Hold it. Might I be allowed to amend my testimony? What now? To be precise, he did not say pal, but man. Yes, that was the way of it. I swear it on my diploma. What's the difference? And this other man, who was he? Saw them quite clearly. The man facing the victim was the defendant. I could be so sure it was the defendant. The crime took place at night. It would have been too dark. Perhaps I was remiss in not mentioning this earlier. Huh? You see, in class, I always sit in the very backmost seat. Do you know why? Who cares? Because I do not wish anyone to copy my perfect notes. And this relates to your testimony how? I mention this to illustrate my predisposition to that which is perfect. It was dark, you say, yet there are lights in the park. If I say the defendant was in the park that night, then he was in the park that night. It is a hard, immutable fact. He sure is confident. He seems to be telling the truth too. Okay. In his hand he held a pistol. Oh, really? Let me press. Thank you. Are you sure the pistol you saw is the same as the one just submitted as evidence? Am I sure? Surely you jest. Or so a common witness would be tempted to say. Huh? You see, I am not a common witness. Yet I am no common witness. Oh wow, I actually got that. I see not only events as they are, but the logical structure governing these events. Boom. First, we must consider the fact that it was night in the park, which indeed restricted my field of vision due to insufficient levels of illumination. Now if we consider that the pistol, let us call object A, was shrouded in darkness, it will become difficult to say that object A was indeed object A. I have no idea if I read that right, it left before I read half of the box. I think it means he couldn't see it that clearly. My badge for a normal witness. Yet the fact that a pistol was fired before my eyes is indisputable. I can still see it when I close my eyes. The defendant raised his weapon and shot him. A shot, the bullet hit the man pulling the stand from the front, square in the forehead. Oh. It didn't hit him in the forehead though, it hit him in the temple, didn't it? Yeah, to the right temple. Kabaloosh. Bitch. Whew. That's all of it. I think I have a chance. Is that you relaxing, I see? Her Justice? Huh? Oh, you have to shout it again. Objection! Once is quite enough, Mr. Justice. Apollo, pace yourself. This trial's not over yet. Right. Look at this. The autopsy report. Is there a problem with the autopsy report? Right. A problem. Yes, the problem is the location of the entry wound. The location? You testified that the killer shot the victim square in the forehead, did you not? Ah, I have already determined your angle of inquiry. Allow me to explain. It is quite simple, really. First, understand that when I say square, I speak not of geometrical absolute. What I mean by this? For example, the defecation... I have no idea what you said. The wavelengths of light emitted by a krypton particle, as we all know. In addition, it is a well-known fact that krypton particles are rare and invisible to the naked eye, which points to a basic fallacy in your line of reasoning. Namely, that what, Mr. Justice? Yes? Was your objection to these, krypton particle things? This is the big time, and you are obsessed with something so small? You disappoint me. No, I'm obsessed with something big. I mean, there's a bigger, less nitpicky problem here. Do tell. Just look at the autopsy report. The location of the entry wound was... the Wright temple. Temple? Mr. Stickler, you said quite clearly that the victim was shot square in the forehead. That's a contradiction, isn't it? Oh, we're so not sure of ourselves. Yeah, he's got grey hair. What the heck? It is, right? Finally! Who the hell? That was you? Oh. He sounds strange. Her Justice. Oh, Her Justice. Yes? Your tactics are outdated, trying to shake the witness by objecting to trifles. Surely you haven't forgotten the fatal wound your master suffered 7 years ago. Phoenix Wright, was it? Look, I know the wound was in the wrong place according to the testimony. Ugh! Ew! Oh, he's crying because he got it wrong. Oh, because he was wrong. Hey, forehead. Forehead? Let us imagine you are walking through the park. You see two men facing each other, one with a pistol trained on the other. What would you do, Herr Forehead? Well, I guess I would try to stop them. I'd probably shout, stop. And you, Fräulein? Or Fraulein? Me? Well, I'd probably scream. And you, Herr Stickler? What did you shout, I wonder? If the victim turned his head at the last moment... Oh. Ah, yes. Thank you for jogging my memory. It sounds like an addendum to the testimony is required. Oop. Alright. Way to save him. Sheesh. Oh, penny ass. Oh, crap. So as soon as the killer raised his pistol, I took action. Cease this at once, you two, I cried with composure. The victim turned in the direction of my voice, and a shot rang out. Whereupon our cowardly killer, the defendant, appeared to have become frightened. Tossing the pistol aside, he fled the scene, or fled from the scene. I see, so you attempted to stop the crime. Indeed. With composure. Well, maybe the criminal wouldn't have fired if he hadn't shouted like that. Although, if he had shouted, wouldn't both of them have turned? In which case, would he also have turned his arm? I guess. I don't know. Maybe the criminal wouldn't have fired. Yeah. That doesn't really matter now, unfortunately. It's just weird that it only seems that, the victim... Oh, crap. Yeah, it seems that only the victim turned his head. Let's consider this new testimony, shall we? Observe the diagram, if you would. Oh, it's going to show you the direction. The witness, Mr. Stickler was it, stood here. He shouted, "Oh, stop, please," or something of this nature. And the victim responded by looking in the witness's direction. But he didn't. If the killer were to have fired at that moment, as we can see, the bullet would have struck the right temple, as in the report. That does seem to be the case. Witness the power of a junior in Ivy University's Department of Science. Very well, Mr. Justice. You may cross-examine the witness. Hooray. A night in the park too. So as soon as the killer raised his pistol, I took action. So you saw a raised pistol, weren't you frightened? It can be said, we students of Ivy University know no fear. The moment I saw that pistol, my inner sense of justice compelled me to take action. That was certainly brave of you. You might have gotten shot. Eh? You certainly were lucky. If I